ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's having a great, outstanding Friday. And we're just going to get to it. I'm just putting on a quick video here. I'm going to talk about the number one overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft, Cooper Flagg. Now, is Cooper Flagg the one? That's the question. Is Cooper Flagg that guy? Is he going to be a transcendent player? Well, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts in the middle of that. Okay, well, I think Cooper Flagg, he has a pretty high ceiling, and I don't think he's going to be a bust at all. I don't see Cooper Flagg being a bust. I don't see him being an all-star in the first year. But I do see him going into Dallas, maybe 18, 19 points a game, 8, 9 boards a game, 5, 6 assists a game. I can absolutely see that from him. I think he's that talented. Of a player, man, in Cooper Flagg. And it's hard to get comparisons out of that guy. The kind of comparisons that can we get? I've gotten Christian Laettner, which is very weird because he's nothing like Christian Laettner, right? People speak of Grant Hill. I think people like to do the Duke comparisons. Speaking those guys, man. Cooper and all the other Duke players. But I will say this. I believe Cooper Flagg is, out of the number one picks in the top 20. The last 25 years, he's probably the third best prospect coming out of college. That's saying a lot. I'm going with King James and Victor Wembanyama going over him as far as the top number one draft prospects over the past 25 years. That's debatable. That's just coming off my head of what I think of this guy, man. But another thing I'll mention, man, and I don't mean to bring the WNBA into it. The NBA is welcoming Cooper Flagg with open arms, man. He has got a welcome mat. People are looking forward to seeing him in the league. So where, I hate to bring up this comparison, but the WNBA is pretty much shit on Caitlin Clark on the other side of the phenomenon. They absolutely are kicking her while she's down. They absolutely, and it's bad. They absolutely can't stand her. So that's saying something. I'm not going to make any of my personal feelings toward that on the reason why that probably is. But most of you probably can figure that out already, to be honest. So yeah, I'm excited about seeing the guy in the league, though. I'll be honest with you. I'm excited about seeing him there, man. We've been following Cooper Flagg for the past 3 or 4 years. I've been hearing about him since about 2021. Him going to, I didn't think he'd be this good at Duke with all the fanfare that he had going there. Right? I didn't think he'd be that good. I didn't think he'd be that good. Everybody knows who he is, man. Everybody knew who he was, and he went in there, and he still won. He still won the Player of the Year, man. He still won the Player of the Year. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, that's with a lot of added pressure, man. It's different. The defenses in college is harder. It's harder to they can throw three guys at you in college, man. So in the NBA, they can't do all that. So he's going to be more wide open to do what he wants to do using his athletic prowess, his skill set, his unique skill set to come to the NBA and have a great opportunity to succeed. So I think he's going to be good, man. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it helps him that he's going to a franchise like Dallas. That's not just bottom of the gutter type of team. They were in the finals. So last year, if I'm not mistaken, they were in the finals. They were struggling this year, but they still got some good pieces on that team where he can come in there and they can possibly be a playoff team. They can possibly be a playoff team. He's not going into a situation, where he's, usually the team with the number one pick is, they've won like 15 games a year before. They got a roster that's just ass, right? And they have usually got like a 3 or 4 year project before they can even become a possible winning team. Not the case with Cooper Flagg, man. The Dallas Mavericks won the lottery with a low percentage. They had a low percentage chance of winning it. They got it done. They got it done and won it. So I think this is a perfect. It's a perfect fit. Some people say it was fixed after Luka leaves and they end up getting the number one draft pick. Everybody's hating on the GM Nico Harrison. They still don't like him right now. But winning cures everything. So if the Dallas Mavericks get back on track and become winners, and Cooper Flagg becomes a star, all that's going to be absolutely forgotten, man. So that's just a couple nuggets, a couple things I think about Cooper Flagg, man. I think he's going to succeed. I just wanted to talk about it, man, and ask, what do you guys think about Cooper Flagg? Is he getting too much fanfare? Is he just getting all this attention because he's white? Which I don't think is the case, but is that it? Do people think that? I mean, what do y'all think? Is he deserving of all this attention? I wonder, man. I wanted to make a video talking about it, but we'll see what's up. Anyhow, you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and take care.